I just kicked off on the Cape Trail. We're down here in southwest Australia. I think it's going to be a smidge over 130 k's. Today I'll be walking from Cape Naturalist Lighthouse and I'll be finishing up and spending the night down in Yallingup. So I'll be doing the hike north to south. I'm hoping, being that the last couple of days are the hardest days of the hike, and my trail fitness will sort of creep up and this pack won't weigh me down too much. Let's see how we go. I just hiked past Sugarloaf Rock and signed into the trail logbook. The conditions today are just unbelievable, and I'm expected to get some pretty good weather most of the way through, which is exciting. No rain, which is even more exciting, but have a look at this coastline that I'm walking through right now. So I've just walked into the Mount Duckworth campsite, which is one of the dedicated Cape to Cape campsites that you can camp in for free. A bunch of picnic benches, got the rainwater tank and the toilet up there. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cozy, to be honest. If I didn't want to cut a few k's out of my day tomorrow, this would have been a nice place to stay. From here, I think I've got about 3 more kilometers till I'm in town. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard at all. We're in a bit of shade now, which is really, really nice. You're just on the coastline pretty much the whole first half of the hike. So yeah, taking any shade you can get is just so good. So we're just wrapping up day one. I actually started out with a pack weight of about 17 kilos. So it felt good to sort of drink water and eat some food today. So the pack weight's a little bit lighter tomorrow. It's been great. Good first day. So I'm about to just cook up some noodles, have some dinner, and then try to wind down for a bigger day of hiking tomorrow. I've just left the caravan park, and today is going to be a bigger day than yesterday. About 21 k's compared to about the 14 that I did yesterday. I actually slept pretty well last night, and I'm not too sore. My shoulders are a little bit sore, but the legs are doing fine, and I'm pretty stoked about that. The weather looks pretty much perfect again today. Not a cloud in the sky. There's the aquarium and Canal Rocks over into the distance. Just stopped to have a little bit of lunch. First real big stop of the day. Found that yesterday the biggest thing was just being down at the beach at midday. Kind of just took it out of me just a little bit after that. So today I thought I stopped, found this really cool spot, bit of shade. So I'm just gonna head down to Quinnanut Falls. But then yeah, I'm just a few more clicks away from Moses Rock campsite. So I've just come off Quinnanut Beach to do a quick little check of Quinnanut Falls. And my friend said a few weeks ago it had just a little bit of a trickle, but since it's only 200 meters, I thought I'd better check it out. Whoa! Oh, that is tricky. Sand slipping away straight into rock. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay, yeah, there's not much going on down here. Trickle is just about right. So I put up into Moses Rock campground. Camp's all set up, I had to walk around, and I think I've got the best spot. There's a couple of other people just pulling up now over on the outside. So I've got this little zone to myself for now. I'm gonna cook up some food and watch the sunset. So it's the morning of day 3. It's going to be about a 20-kilometer hike from Moses Rock campsite to Ellensbrook campsite. I'm going to be passing by Gracie's in Gracetown for a feed. I probably got out a little bit later than I wanted to from the campsite, but it's a shorter day than yesterday, and I'm not really worried, to be honest. Just look at the surrounds. Nothing better than waking up to this. So I pulled up this little spot here, just shy from Gracetown, just to have a quick break because the way the waves are crashing off some of these rocks down here looks really incredible. So I'm just going to perch up here, take a little breather and a snack, and then I will keep going because I am looking forward to lunch. So I just saw my first danger noodle of the trip. Just a little Jew guy just warming himself up on the trail. I tried to film it, but by the time I got my phone out, he'd already slipped it off the tracks. But the headland here is absolutely stunning. Have a look at this. So I just stopped up at Gracie's and got myself a pie, a couple of drinks. So I probably would have spent a little bit more time there at Gracie's, but it's too busy in there, and I sat myself near the till and I was just trying to get out of there. So let's get back on the track. So I've just found this little creek feeding out to the beach here at Ellensbrook. It's looking really nice. So I think I'm going to stop in here for a little bath. Could not be happier with that stop. Have this little cove all to myself. So it's about 4 o'clock now and I'm going to go, I think it's probably about 30 minutes in to Ellensbrook campsite. Let's get to the campsite. So done with day 3. It was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I think the heat today really took it out of me, so it was really good to find spots to just sit down and rest for a bit longer. I'm just about to prep dinner and I am so ready for some grub. Good morning from day 4. So I've just woken up and had a little tea. Actually, the two fellas that were here last night left a little bit early because they were hiking quite a bit further than me today. So it's the first time on this trip that I've been able to wake up and have a campsite to myself. I haven't minded having people at the other campsites, but I've sort of come out here to look for a bit of solitude and look for a bit of silence. This morning I had that. So we got a short 15k hike from Ellensbrook to Preverly. My second danger noodle of the trip, and again I missed the best part. Chasing after a lizard just as I creeped up onto it, and right as I was pulling my phone out, literally struck at it, hit it, and then they were both just standing still in the pathway, but that was pretty cool. Danger noodle 2 of today. There's a lot of danger noodles out. This guy's a little bit bigger than the last. Off you go. I've seen a few snakes this morning, more than I've seen on any other day, so I'm pretty vigilant at the moment, but it's funny how many sticks look like snakes on the track after you've seen a few. So I just found this really perfect spot just past Joey's nose with a bit of shade behind a rock. Yeah, I had to just stop by and just sit down on a rock for a little bit and just enjoy the serenity. It's really nice, this bit of coastline. I still got a bit of way to get into Beverly, but I don't think it should take me too long. So just wrapped up a night in Preverly campsite on night 4, and now we've got the first of the harder days coming up. I think it's about 23 or 22 kilometers. See how we go. So I'm about 2 hours into today's hike. I've hiked mostly out around the back of Preverly and around Narrabeen. I just found a little shade spot because so far all today I've been basically walking through like a little forest and it's been shady, but I'm about to cut back onto the coastline now, so it's about to get a little bit warmer. I'm starting to get a few blisters actually, so I had to do a little bit of blister surgery today, and they both seem to be holding up all right, but I suppose only time will tell. So I just made it around to Contos and look at the view here. I've been down to the beach a few times and into the rock pools over there, but never seen it from the top. I'm trying not to stop too much today, but look at this. You have to stop. So I just ran into a kangaroo just outside Contos. I actually just stopped at Contos to get some water because the place that I'm actually going to camp at tonight is called Point Road. It's just a few k's down the road, and all it means is I just knock a few more steps off the harder days to come. It's the morning of day 6. I just got out of Point Road campsite. Actually, it was a really nice campsite, and I got to have a campfire, which was one of my goals in this trip. I've got about 26 kilometers to do today, including a huge stretch of beach. And not only that, it looks like I'll be walking into a 41 kilometer headwind right the way up. I always knew today was going to be the hardest day. I'm going to get done anyways, but it's going to be a long hike before we get to Deep Dean campsite. So I just had to hide in the bushes to get out of the rain, but I'm back in the trail now and it's absolutely perfect, this weather for the forest. You can hear all the birds and the wind blowing through the leaves up in the trees, and it's actually perfect. So I'm about to come out of the forest and onto the beach section that nobody doing the Cape to Cape looks forward to. I think the cooler weather and the rain might have worked in my favor in terms of beach walking, having more compact sand, but I'm not sure how bad the winds are going to be, so let's go and try it. So I'm just about to go down to the beach. The wind is blowing really strongly, so I can't imagine this to be much fun, but let's go. So I've just stopped in here at Hamlin Bay kiosk, and still got probably 4.5 hours to Deep Dean campsite. So I'm going to smash this and then probably try and pick up a good pace to get there before sunset. So just finished the beach stretch at Hamlin Bay, and to be honest, the first half was pretty good because of the shade and the rain had sort of made all the sand a little bit compacted, but the second half was a bit of a slog, more slopey terrain, and the sun came out a little bit. Anyways, I'm just on the way out of Hamlin Bay now. Finally made it to camp. That was a big day. Honestly, that was the first day I was hoping that the day would end quicker. I finally found my way to Deep Ding. Seems like I might be the only one here, which is nice. But I'm gonna put camp up quickly because the sun's about to go down and it's time for me to eat some food. Good morning. It is my final day on the Cape to Cape. Last night, I had the camp to myself. And there's plenty of rainwater out here. And it's awesome just to wake up at a campsite by yourself. It's about 7 o'clock now. I'm just putting on breakfast and we're going to slowly make our way down to Cape Lewin and officially finish this thing. So I've just left Deep Ding campsite. I'm cutting back out to the beach. Today I've got about 16 kilometers to cover to Cape Lewin. But compared to yesterday, that sounds like an absolute breeze, so it shouldn't do too bad once we get warmed up. So I think I've just come off the final beach section, which is awesome because sand in the socks and the shoes is pretty much just not a vibe at all. So it's nice to be up with a little bit of protection. I think I'm about halfway to the finish line. You can see Cape Lewin kind of on the horizon of the beach just down there, but still a fair ways away. So let's keep walking. Lighthouse is in sight. It's nice to see the finish line and have a nice cold tinny to look forward to when I get there. So I just stopped to have a little bit of food, a bit of energy for the final stretch. Just like I planned, there were clouds all throughout the beach walking section. And then the sun's come out perfectly in time, just as we're about to finish off at the lighthouse. So I'm going to be happier. I reckon I probably got another hour and a half to walk. I'm starting to feel excited about finishing now though. So I just made it to the trail logbook on the other end down here at Cape Lewin, but I don't consider the hike finished yet. I will jot my name down and then we'll head off to the lighthouse. And just like that, the 130k Cape to Cape trike is done. Thanks for joining me and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.